Okay, I wanted to make sure that my Chevy Bolt 2022 would only charge during off-peak hours for my utility. And I thought it might be helpful for someone else to see the process because it took me a long time to figure it out. Um, so the first thing that I did was I went to the home screen and clicked on energy, charging options. So there's a bunch of different options here, but I'm just going to focus on the advanced charging options, which allow you to set up your utility rate charging, peak and off-peak hours, and some details about, for me, it's PG&E because I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. So first thing you have to do, I believe, is to turn on the delayed charging. And of these other things I just turned off because that's sort of a different set of options. You have to decide for yourself. The next thing is the utility rate charging. That I wanted on, and I wanted to tell it that you can only charge in off-peak hours, which for me, total off-peak in Oakland, California is from 10 p.m. to 12 noon. So in order to do that, I had to set in these settings. So I want off-peak only, charge completion earliest possible, rate schedule type. I put in yearly. I don't think it changes with the seasons right this minute. And then there's also weekend and weekday schedules, which I don't think apply for my particular schedule type. And I went onto the PG&E website to see what that is. So for yearly, rate schedule type. So then choosing weekday and weekend schedules. Notice that I had to put in 3 different settings, even though there's a continuous amount. So for example, 12 noon to 10 p.m. is peak hours. So that is represented here pretty easily. Whoops. But notice how the other off-peak times had to be separately put in. So the first off-peak time is the beginning of the day, 12 midnight, and you can't change this setting. That was what was driving me crazy. You can only change the end period, but then it readjusts once you change the end period. So my first off-peak period was from the beginning of the day, 12 midnight, to 12 noon. And then from 12 noon to 10 p.m. was peak, but notice how I had to put in a third set of hours. It automatically realized that I had nothing set for 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. So that's how I had to choose off-peak for that period of time as well. So I hope that that is helpful to you. These ones don't really help. They just tell you how you have to change the times to make it create a new peak, a new period for you. So the weekend schedule, that's the weekend, weekday. It's just a copy of that because I don't think that it changes for PG&E right now for me. So hopefully that's helpful to you, and have fun with your Bolt. I really love mine.